Tonight, the government slams Labor over refusing to offer an alternative budget. What a former jihadist had to say on preventing radicalism as part of Dark MOFO. Barnaby Joyce's confrontation with a photographer. Donald Trump prepares to meet North Korea's leader after unsettling allies at the G7 summit. Champion boxer Jeff Horn goes down fighting in Vegas. And the silencing of Prince George during pomp and ceremony for the Queen's birthday.
Live from our Tasmanian headquarters, this is Southern Cross News with Rachel Williams.
Good evening and welcome to Southern Cross News. With the state budget set to be handed down on Thursday, the government and opposition are trading barbs over their responsibilities. The Treasurer today taking aim at Labor for not planning to offer an alternative budget, while Scott Bacon says without knowing GST revenue, the Liberals' budget will only be a farce.
Sleeves rolled up and talking business. Two of Tasmania's most influential men this week having a look over the plan for the public purse. Louise HEDGER, Southern Cross News.
And in light of the looming budget, some of the state's major organisations are outlining their spending wish lists. Housing, infrastructure and the environment all topping the priority list.
As budget day looms, Tasmania's peak bodies are revealing how they want the government to spend its money. Congestion in Hobart and Sorell, one of RACT's major concerns. The budget will be delivered on Thursday. Michelle WISBEY, Southern Cross News.
A former jihadist turned peace activist has today spoken live from London about preventing radicalism as part of the Dark MOFO festival. Mohammed Manwar Ali was not granted a visa in time to have the conversation in person, but managed to speak over satellite for the event.
In person and on a projector, a journalist and former jihadi turned peace activist sharing a conversation from Hobart to London.
There's just one chair up here today, which is a little bit unusual, I guess, when you're coming to a session that's supposed to be an in-conversation.
The festival continues this week. Louise HEDGER, Southern Cross News.
A celebrity photographer claims former Deputy Prime Minister Barnaby Joyce threatened to punch him outside a church this morning. Mr Joyce himself made the confrontation public by recording part of the exchange and posting it on social media.
It's not the kind of chat most churchgoers have after Sunday's service.
Why do you keep following us around with your cameras?
The stage is set for the historic summit, which could resolve decades of tensions between North and South Korea. Kim Jong-un has arrived in Singapore for the landmark meeting with US President Donald Trump, who says the dictator has just one shot to make peace.
Having made few friends at the G7 summit in Canada, Donald Trump jetted off, hoping to make a new one in Singapore.
And US Bureau Chief Mike AMOR joins us now from Singapore. Mike, when is Mr Trump expected to arrive?
Rachel, Donald Trump is expected to touch down here in Singapore on Air Force One in the next few hours. Kim Jong-un, on the other hand, is believed to have been forced to catch an Air China charter because his official jet, built in Russia in the 1960s, was unable to make it here without refuelling.
Indeed. Thank you for that, Mike AMOR there in Singapore. Well, a Sydney father accused of murdering his 5-year-old son was reportedly turned away from a mental health facility the day before due to a bed shortage. Neighbours say the 36-year-old man had previously spent time off work and in mental health unit. Stay with us. Still to come this evening, how a baby survived being buried alive for 7 hours. The moment world leaders confronted Donald Trump, and why Kingborough residents are up in arms over proposed dog laws. Welcome back. Hundreds of people rallied on Kingston Beach today, urging the council to change its proposed dog management policy. Kingborough residents say the stricter dog walking regulations will cause more harm than good.
These dog owners want their message heard, gathering today at Kingston Beach for the community and their dogs to have a say.
But we can certainly pass on your concern.
The lawyer for WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange is calling for the Australian government to give him protection against extradition to the United States. Australian consular officials have met with Assange in a sign there may finally be a breakthrough in the 8-year-long case.
What we've seen since Trump came to power are far more public statements by a number of officials, including the US Attorney General, including the director of the CIA, saying that they are going to take WikiLeaks down.
Well, Tom Johnson will join us for more of the day's sport news later in the bulletin. With the Bombers holding on in a tight scrap at the Gabba. A Tasmanian kookaburra gets a captain's call-up. And rally drivers slip and slide at the Hellier Rally in Smithton. Tom will have those stories shortly, but first, after the break, we take a look at the day's headlines and then meet the Tassie mums working hard to help those in need this winter. And the fanciest felines in the country battle it out to be named Top Cat. Welcome back. These are some of the stories making headlines tonight. The government slams Labor over refusing an offer to offer an alternative budget. A former jihadist preaches peace at dark MOFO. Donald Trump prepares to meet North Korea's leader after unsettling allies at the G7 summit. And champion boxer Jeff Horn goes down fighting in Vegas. A group of Tassie mums is supporting those doing it tough this winter by collecting donated clothing. The mums work alongside social workers with this season's focus on the children who are most in need.
Sorting through bundle after bundle, this trio just some of the many volunteers who run Tassie Mums.
Tassie Mums is a local charity, and we believe as a community we can share more, waste less and give practical help to families in need.
Well, sport is next with Tom Johnson. Good evening, Tom. It could be an historic night ahead at the French Open.
It sure could, Rach. Rafael Nadal going for title number 11. Not bad. More on that after the break. Also coming up, Sebastian Vettel smashes a track record in the F1 and Devonport and South Hobart have the final say before the Lacko Seljak Cup decider. Welcome back. Despite losing captain Dyson Heppell to concussion, Essendon has beaten the Brisbane Lions to keep in touch with the top 8. Heppell played no part in the second half after a heavy collision with Luke Hodge, but the Bombers did just enough and were helped in part by another bizarre goal review decision.
A memorable moment for milestone man Michael Hurley celebrating 150 games. His teammates set out to make sure the day was one to celebrate.
Melbourne Storm's premiership defence is back on track after a come-from-behind win over the Brisbane Broncos. The Storm secured 4 second-half tries to win 32 points to 16. One of Tasmanian soccer's biggest showdowns is upon us. NPL clubs Devonport and South Hobart will face off tomorrow in the final of the Lacko Seljak Cup. And one player has an added incentive to claim the prize. It's a championship with a proud 50-year history, but Devonport captain BRAYDEN MANN has an extra connection to the highly desired Lacko Seljak Cup.
To me personally, I'm pretty close with the Lacko Seljak family, so the cup means a lot to me.
And Rach, looking forward to the Queen's Birthday clash tomorrow.
Yes, it should be a good game. Hopefully Collingwood gets the win for me. Well, Carmen will join us after the break with the weather forecast.
Good evening. Temperatures got down to -5 overnight in Lyowini. Hobart and Devonport reached a maximum today of 14, Launceston 15, Burnie 13. 16 was the state's high today at St Helens, 15 for Friendly Beaches, King and Flinders Islands. Smithton 14 along with Lowhead, Maria Island and Strawn. The Harts Mountains double figures 10 degrees. Ooze 9 and Lyowini a high of just 8 degrees. Low level cloud was about parts of the north today, mostly clear conditions for the rest of the state. A frontal cloud band extends over southern waters and parts of southwest WA, while middle to high level cloud extends over WA to the north of this system. Tomorrow, a cold front is crossing South Australia with an associated complex area of low pressure developing south of the Bight. A trough extends through Central Australia while ridges dominate western and eastern states. Seas mostly around 2 metres tomorrow, with north-northwesterly winds increasing to 15 to 25 knots during the morning, reaching 30 knots at times about the west and later in the southeast. A strong wind warning is current for western coastal waters and for the southeast coast. Tomorrow's forecast now: Hobart mostly sunny, 16, Dover also mostly sunny, 14, and 14 for Ouse with a morning frost and partly cloudy. Moving north and a possible shower for Launceston, 15, 14 for both Devonport and Scottsdale with showers. Burnie and Stanley showers, 14, 15 and partly cloudy at Strawn. St Helens, 14, a shower or two, 15 and a possible shower at Swansea, and a partly cloudy day for Ross, 14. Tuesday, showers about the northwest and along the east coast, extending through the north during the day, mainly fine elsewhere. Wednesday, showers about the north and west, mainly fine elsewhere. Thursday, showers about the north and west, briefly extending statewide around late morning and early afternoon. Mostly sunny conditions across the mainland tomorrow, apart from a shower or two for Perth, 18, and showers increasing in Adelaide, 19 degrees. And currently it is 7 and clear in Hobart, Launceston 8 and partly cloudy, Devonport 11 and partly cloudy. And that's tonight's weather.
Thanks for that, Carmen. Well, that's all your news for now. Thanks for joining us. Have a happy and safe week. I'm Rachel Williams. Good night.